Okay, this is Sean Partridge coming at you live from Infinity Trader. Going to go ahead and buy some Apple Computer right here. We're looking at Apple on a 2-minute time frame. Apple has now formed a double bottom pattern here, which is also in alignment with the markets. And the markets, the NASDAQ futures, made a double bottom, which we call a Youll reversal, where the right side of the double bottom took out the left side, and now it immediately reversed. That's a strong indication that we're going to see the NASDAQ futures move higher. And you can see the pattern in the NASDAQ futures is very similar to the pattern in Apple Computer. So I'm going to take some Apple long here and set a stop loss at 95.64, and I'm going to look for Apple to make it back up toward the high of the day, and we'll see what happens up into that area. So this would be target 1, and target 2 is up into about this 200 period moving average here, which is in alignment with a little bit of resistance. So up at about 98. So target 2 is 98, target 1 is 96.80. So we'll just sit back, give this a few minutes, and see what happens with this. Okay, now we've got Apple decisively moving above this prior pivot high with a nice strong momentum bar. Want to see this bar close with momentum, nice and strong. We get just about a minute left on this current 2-minute bar. Don't want to see it close a topping tail. And then we can see Apple move up nicely up into maybe 97.50 or 70, so somewhere up into this area here. So we'll just continue watching and see what happens. I can go ahead and move my stop loss up now to just underneath the low of this bar. So my stop loss will go actually at my break-even point, so at my entry price, slightly above 97.14. My entry is 96.14. My entry is 96.12. So place a stop loss there and give it some room and see what happens. Okay, we've got Apple making a new high on the day here. So this is nice. We want to see some increased momentum come in. Let this continue. You can see the futures approaching the day's high. It's going to be a little bit of resistance on the futures as they get up to that high, both on the ES and NASDAQ. So we'd like to see some momentum continue to come in here on Apple as the futures approach the high of the day. Okay, here goes Apple taking out the high of the prior 2-minute bar. There we go. I'm going to go ahead now and move my stop up, start to trail this a little tight. My stop is now 96.76. And see if we can get it right up into 97.50 to 97.90 or so. Someplace up into this area is what I'm looking to close out the position. 97.70, someplace up into this area. I'm going to trail it tight up until we get to that area. Alright, once we can get this bar increasing momentum, move up a little bit higher, maybe up into 97.35 or so, then move my stop loss up to 97.11 or 97.12. There we go, it's 32, let's see, 33, 34, there we go, 35, okay, now move my stop loss up to 97.12. I don't want to see this bar come back in and take out the low of the current bar. See the futures moving up nicely. The futures look like they have a chance at making it for the gap fill on the ES, someplace up into this area. 873 on the ES. Oh, yeah, looks like Apple's pulling back in a bit here. Strong reversal on the 1 minute chart, so I'm going to probably close this position out in a second here. I'll say by 1 penny so far. Pulls back in any further, and there it is. Okay, so that gives us $1 profit on Apple. This is Sean Partridge coming at you live from Infinity Trader. Today is Friday, December 12th.